Hi everyone, this is Gail Nott with Take Wing Coaching, and I put this together really quickly to hopefully help businesses who are dealing with the shelter in place and the social distancing depending on where you're located, and just to give some ideas of how else can we continue supporting our clients, helping more people, as well as develop a new income stream during this crazy time. And this is something that I was planning to do anyway, and because of everything that's been going on, just rushed it to get it done because I hope it helps you. I hope it gives you the permission to come up with some new ideas, to take a breath and breathe in, breathe out, just like I had to do with all the news that's been coming in, and help us get back to focusing on what we love to do, which is supporting our clients and helping helping the world in our own unique way. So one way we can do this in a time like this is, especially if you are used to doing it in-person service, is what can we create that people can use at home? So we'll go over all the ideas, but that's what I'm going to cover today. And I'm just giving a little bit of introduction, as well as giving it some time for people who are just getting the notification that I'm live to come in and check it out. So if you have any questions for me, feel free to comment below. If you know me personally, feel free to text me, call me. I can, I'm welcome, you're welcome to call. Even if we don't know each other, you're welcome to give me a call. I also, or email me, you can message me. However I can help, please free, feel free to reach out. And I'm happy to brainstorm ideas with you on what we can create. But this is some 4 kind of easy things you can create quickly. So I'm going to give it let's give it one more minute and just really let people get notified that I'm live. And if they want to watch, they can watch and be able to gather as many people as possible who are interested in this. I'm curious to know how has this been affecting your business? Whether it was starting with just the social distancing or now with the shelter in place, how is that affecting your business now? Is it not change at all because you're already online and you're already doing some sort of teleconference type work with your clients, or is it making a major difference in your business? I'm just kind of curious to how that's going. Even if you are doing work online, or doing virtual work, online work, I'm curious to know if just the anxiety, worry, stress, or having to help other family members or friends deal with what's going on in their life, even if that's just affecting your business because of where your headspace is at right now, or you're focusing on helping other people right now. Curious to how that's working for you as well. That's definitely been affecting me and affecting my family, is making sure that the high risk members of my family are safe. And then, especially with the shelter in place notice, just kind of having a little moment of worry and anxiety, and then bringing it back in and grounding back into, okay, let's focus on what we can do. And this is something that I can do and I can help with. But let's dive in now, and hopefully you can hear me okay. I'm at home, of course, and we have parrots, so you may hear them in the background, but I'm trying out this new software to minimize background noise, so hopefully that's working. All right, let's dive in. So I'm going to cover 4 different types of products you can quickly and easily create and create a new income stream for your business. Before you create any offer, you do want to know your basic reasons. Why create that particular offer? Why set it at that particular price point? Who are you aiming to attract? What's the big benefit that this offer will give you as well as to your clients? And how is this all going to work? I know those are a lot of questions to figure out, and I don't expect you to answer that right now, but you can copy this, take a screenshot, or I can also provide the slides to you too. So if you like the slides, either comment below with your email address or message me and I'll email these slides to you. But you definitely want to go over these big questions when it comes to planning out your possible products that you want to create. Now, each offer you create, you'll want it to be priced according to these items, what your ideal market can handle. So if I were to create a product, maybe it's a done-for-you consulting service. We get all their automation done. We do all their marketing, and it's worth $10,000. My ideal clients are solo business owners or people just starting out with their business, and that's not something that fits their budget, especially now. I would not recommend someone who's just starting their business to hire me to do that for them. I'd rather show them what to do and how to do it. So what is your ideal market? What can your ideal market handle when it comes to pricing? Now, at the same time, you don't want to undersell your services or undersell your product. But what's nice thing about a product though is once you create it, it can be resold. So we'll go over these products, but once you make it, if you did want to price it lower so that you can help more people, it's not taking more of your time because you already created that product once. So that is another thing to consider. So what are your ideal clients or customers' expectations? Your reason for offering it, is it to increase visibility? So at this time, do you want to just give as much as you can to support the community? And in the meantime, you're increasing your brand awareness, you're increasing your visibility that people know about you. Or do you want to generate some quick cash? And there's nothing wrong with that. It is perfectly valid to exchange energy in that way. You've created something of value, and we are going to pay you with our money in exchange of that energetic value. So there's nothing wrong with that. I do recommend, well, it just depends on your reasoning here. If you're looking to increase visibility, you've got enough savings, you're going to be okay for a while. Or, hey, I got to create another income stream. So this is why I'm offering it. So just something to think about there when it comes to your pricing. And then where it fits in your sales funnel. If all you've been doing are one-on-one services, then having a product is a great way to diversify your income stream. I do recommend that, is to have different ways that you're generating income in your business. So knowing that if you already have a high-end service, you probably don't necessarily want a high-end product too. You might want something that's lower cost than your service. And then that way you can help people at different levels, at different investment points. And a couple other things that you're looking at is how you position it in your community. So community, both in your local environment, your city, your state, but also in your community of clients and the community of your network. So it's just, again, some things to think about. And then your motives. So it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly acceptable to have another income stream. But you're also looking at, well, you wouldn't want to take advantage of people who are going through this time. Like that news article that went viral about the guy who bought 17,000 bottles of hand sanitizer. Yes, he was taking, he was, I don't know if taking advantage is the right word that I want to use right now. He's taking advantage of the situation because of the market, the lack of supply compared to the demand. But at the same time, the motive to make money on other people whose health is dependent on that, that's something I would question. So again, something to think about. So if I were to create a product that instilled fear in people, that doesn't jive with me and my core values. I'd rather create something that not only gives hope, but gives action steps on how people can take control of their life, of what they can control, and be able to continue helping people and continue growing the business they love. So just, some things to consider here when specifically when it comes to pricing. Now, low-cost products are ideal for quick cash generation, creating a constant flow of passive income. So even though we're in this challenging time right now, it's something that you can always offer depending on how relevant it is 5-10 years from now. And I'll show you an example of something that I made a while back, and I will want to update because it's not relevant right now. And then getting people to try out your offerings. So it's another great way of looking at, this is a great opportunity to spend this time in creating a product. So it's like paid marketing. So if I create something, it gives people a little taste of what I do, helps them with what they need right now, and later on, they can consider me for my service or for my coaching or for my other classes and so on. So some great reasons here to create a low-cost product. Now, low-cost offers doesn't mean low quality. What you want to think of, it's low cost because it's easy for you to make. So it's a low-cost offer, not only in the price point, but also that it doesn't take a huge investment from you to create. So I'm not saying create the next Instant Pot, which I think is one of the most amazing creations ever in the last few years. I love my Instant Pot. I'm saying something that is easy for you to create right now, not meaning dependent on manufacturing in China. So we're not going to focus on those kinds of products. We're going to focus on products for businesses that are more a service-based business. So if you do something for your clients and that's now being affected by what's going on right now, or even if it's not, this can be an opportunity for you to create a low-cost offer or another low-cost offer. So low-cost offer, still high-quality offer. So the first thing we're going to talk about creating are eBooks. So this could be a PDF, a Kindle book. It doesn't matter the format. It actually doesn't even really matter the number of pages, depending on where you're going to sell it. But if you've ever thought, I want to write a book someday, that someday might be now. So let's talk about eBooks. Different kinds of eBooks or different kinds of books. A signature ebook is a great taste of your business, your philosophy, your methods, your process, and of course the results. So a signature ebook, and I'll show you an example of that. What it can do is help you gain instant expert status. The founder of BNI, Dr. Ivan Meisner, used to say that he could easily get interviews after he wrote his first book because, oh gosh, now I don't remember the quote, but he said something really funny about like any dummy can get on the radio when they have a book. It was something like that. And this is back when, radio was a thing. AM radio, FM radio. But books do endow their authors with expert status. A physical copy of your book can be used as a gift or a bonus for a client or customer that has purchased your higher end services. It can be used for lead generation or promoted as a gift. So you can create an ad and have people, it could be advertised to your target audience, and you can gather leads, or it's promoted as a gift. It's promoted as a gift, but in the same time, you're still building a list of prospective clients for you. You can also use this book to help you get speaking engagements, local or national events, online or off. So that's an important thing to know. We may not think of, well, all events are canceled right now, so I might not think about, well, there's still events in the fall. So hopefully, fingers crossed, by summer, fall, this is the curve has flattened and we can get back on to our normal lives. But there are still online events too. Online conferences. I've heard of so many conferences are now switching to an online format. Cory's helping one of his clients right now switch some of their in-person seminars to webinars. So there are still online speaking engagements. There's podcasts, there's internet radio, and you can also create something great to do during this downtime. So if you'd like to publish your book into a print version or a Kindle version, the most popular service is Amazon KDP or Kindle Direct Publishing. And they can publish any kind of book. It doesn't have to be business book. But that was the picture I posted here. Another service is called BookBaby. That's a popular one. And there's also some local small publishers as well as other small business type publishers. I created this so fast I didn't have a chance to check in with them and just see where they're at and are they accepting new clients. But I will follow up with them, and anyone who's interested in a local or small business publisher, I'm happy to refer you to the people I know. Here's an example of a beginner's book. So if you want to position your book as a beginner's guide to and your specialty, you can use it as a way to prime your best potential clients and weed out the ones who, well, I said here won't go the distance, but may not be a good fit for you. So an example here is my friend's book, Tiffany Kellogg. Her book is on networking mistakes, and she is a networking and referral marketing expert. So this is a great book for her to get that basic information out into the world. Another type of book you can create is to write just about one thing that relates to your business. So this is the book that I want to update because I wrote this, let's see, I started my social media business in 2009. So it might be 10 years old. So it's definitely time for an update. And it's one of those things on my list now to update. And the reason why I want to update is just when I wrote it, these tips are not necessarily applicable now in 2020. But still can be a relevant book once it's updated. But this is an example of one thing in your business. So when I had the social media business, we worked on all the social media sites. Well, I'll say all the top 5 popular social media sites. Twitter was just one of them. So this was just one thing that related to my business. You can also write one signature book, which is what I mentioned when we first started this segment. So this covers your whole process. And this is my friend's book, Cory Jenkins. She's a client as well. A guide on creating a life you love. She's about to come out with a second edition too. But this is a great book that you can use to, well, in her example, it's her process of starting from the beginning of even just considering what kind of life you want to create and the vision process and your why behind it, and then going through her steps. And she has a coaching program based on this book, which we will talk about a little bit later. But you can write one signature book that covers your whole process. Or you can write a whole sequence of books on a single topic or theme. These books I love. I love Jen Sincero's books on You Are a Badass. And she's just about to come out with a new one on habits, which I love about habits. I'm all about habits when it comes to pursuing your goals. So she has these series of books where they always start out with You Are a Badass, and then there's different things she focuses on with each book. Okay, so those were books. Now, planners and workbooks are even easier to create, especially if you already have things like checklists, planners, worksheets, workbooks that you're already using in your business. Even if they were just checklists and so on that you were just using for yourself. So when I had a social media management business, we had lots of checklists when it comes to working with our clients, from onboarding a new client to creating a post. I created all of these things first for me to be organized, but also as I added staff, it was what we used to make sure we were staying on track, and what I used to train my staff on what to do when we were managing our clients' social media. So you may have things that are already created. You can pretty them up with some colors or not. If this is something you just want to get out there, especially if you're using it more for lead generation and not necessarily something you want to sell, then it's you don't necessarily have to pretty it up. What I have a picture of here is a workbook that I created on finding time for both your business and your business and your family. I designed it myself. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, to be honest. I have very basic graphic design skills. But again, it was something I just want to get done, get it out there. And as I saw a profit from this planner and this workbook, then I can reinvest it and make it, and then hire a designer to improve the look. So don't feel like you have to invest in design right away if it doesn't fit your budget. So here's the cover of that workbook. And again, it was something I just created very easily on my own. And I took a picture of myself and Kaden that we had a photographer take. And then I just put it together myself with a solid background, some text, some fancy fonts, and that's it. That's the cover for my workbook. Now, you can create those planners and workbooks as standalone things you can sell, or you can also add them to what you already have. So if you already have workshops, webinars, courses, by providing a workshop, you're increasing the value of that workshop, and can possibly even because you increase the value, you can increase the rate that you're charging. And what's great about these things is you're taking information from theoretical to something that they can actually use by allowing them to write down and work on whatever you're teaching them. Another way to use these to add value to your services or your consulting or your coaching is you can create a training library for your monthly club members or for your clients. So we'll go over this really quickly about creating a library or a membership. So these add-ons like planners, checklists, worksheets are bonuses that you can add to your clients, or like this one says, you can create a library for your clients. Okay, 3, an online course. Talked to so many people who've said they've want to create an online course, especially when they've heard that Cory and I now have, we started last year with our online group coaching, and then this year we posted our first online course, and we're about to create a few more. I actually created 2 more, and then I have a few more that are being planned. And we'll talk about those as well. So if you've ever thought about putting together an online course, this is a great time to do it. So a quick and easy way to create, again, high value, low cost product, low cost for you to create, is to record a video or a webinar, include that workbook or checklist, and then you could sell it to your clients or sell it to your mailing list. Or you might even create something that you could sell to your colleagues. So let's say you're a contractor and you're thinking, I don't want to write an ebook, but you've been in business for 20 years. You have a lot of knowledge that you can share with other business owners that are just starting out or have less experience than you have. Or, I would learn from my colleagues all the time who have less experience or have not been in business as long as I have, because there's always something new we can learn. They might have a different specialty than I do. For example, I just recently took a course on Facebook ads from my friend Suzanne Yeda with Yeda Digital, Yeda Creative Digital. Sorry if I'm getting your business name wrong. Um, but it's been a while since I've run Facebook ads, so I wanted to take a refresher course with someone who specializes in ads. So, again, it's something you could sell to your clients, your mailing list, your prospects, or to your colleagues. I could create an online course for social media managers since I did it for 10 years. I could create a course on for other business coaches on one of my specialties. For example, creating an online group coaching program or creating an online course. So just some ideas there. So what could you do that you could do create a webinar on, add a workbook and checklist, and then sell to your clients or colleagues. Here's some more ideas. You can adapt an in-person workshop. If you've ever done a presentation, if you ever done an in-person workshop or seminar, you can create an online format. You can document your consultation process with your ideal clients. So say you're a professional organizer. What's it like to go from the intake to the first appointment with the client to going through their home and evaluating the function of each room and measuring the different areas and decluttering from what are you going to keep, what are you going to donate, what are you going to throw out, and so on. So step by step, you could sit down and write that and create that online course. You could even just start with written instructions and images. So it could be an ebook or a workbook, but at the same time it's a course because you're going very you're going deep and getting very detailed with how to do something. You can also, if you don't want to do a webinar or a talking head video, you can create a slide deck like what I did right here. It's just PowerPoint, and then you can use Facebook Live like I'm doing, and you'll be able to record your voice with it and download the video after that. Or you could use PowerPoint or another screen recording software. There's a bunch I could recommend. Some are free. And it'll record your voice while you're clicking through the slides. So if you have PowerPoint, it does have that option. If you don't, I don't have PowerPoint. I have LibreOffice. So I had to, I'm using Facebook Live, but if I'm doing a video for a course, which I have done, I use a screen recording software. Screentastic or Screenotastic, it has a free version. I used a paid version, but there's a free version. But you can record your voice while clicking through the slides. Okay, last part here, and this is about recurring revenue. We talked earlier about a membership site or a club. So the recurring revenues, you would be paid on a regular basis, usually monthly, to provide something of value. So it could be a club, like a networking club. It could be a knitting club, but it's online, or a Facebook group. Facebook groups actually allow you to collect money now in your groups if you want to use that. Membership sites. And I'm going to show you something that no one else has seen yet. Well, I have about a couple of people have seen it. But other than that, no, it has not been shown in public yet. I'll show you a membership site. A closed group. I talked about Facebook groups. It's something where they pay a membership for monthly or yearly. They have access to that group. Once you create your course and then allow people to take it any day, any time, that's an on-demand evergreen course, and that can give you recurring revenue. If you create a marketing system so people can sign up any day, any night, and continue taking those courses. You can also do something like a 30-day or 60-day challenge where people pay it could be a 30-day weight loss challenge or a 30-day meditation challenge as something they're paying for. It could be like a group coaching program. Now, some of these have a limit to a time limit. So if it's a 30-day challenge, you would have to continually provide new challenges. So it would be a recurring revenue for you. But those are things to just consider. And then all of this content can be behind a password protected page on your WordPress site. Or you can there's a lot of membership programs out there, some are free, where you could collect fees and they would pay that recurring, possibly monthly library membership fee to access all your content. So all of those workbooks, planners, checklists we talked about earlier, you would save them onto this membership site. So let me show you what I just hinted about. I'm really excited. And we've been working on this for months. Cory and I created an online community for learning, inspiration, freedom, and transformation for business owners, and it's called Lift for Entrepreneurs. And it's like a private network for business owners, for purpose-driven business owners to continue to be inspired by people who are motivated by their passion and their why, and also want to continue sharpening the saw, continue learning how they can always improve. So there's a section here to network with other members. You can network with them by different professions or industries. You can create your own group. So if you want to create your own mastermind group, or what I call a feedback group. For example, I created one on marketing. Say, hey, I just created a web page, a landing page. I'd love your feedback on it. That's what those feedback groups are for. And then we're also posting all our courses there. So people can take an online course on sales. We'll do some on marketing, but it's going to focus more on sales and operations and really scaling a business you love. And by doing so, by scaling it, it creates more freedom in your life. So I'm really excited about that. And this is your first look at it. Here are some of the courses that are coming up. I have one that's coming up on systems, one on kind of spring cleaning your business, a really short course on raising your rates, and so on. So those are some of the things that we have coming up. Now, let's get back into low-cost products. Low-cost products for your business. Some other ways you could use them as upsells or downsells with your main offer or with your lead generation. So, for example, if someone hires me for coaching, I can upsell them into the membership for Lyft as well. Or let's say they're not a good fit for coaching right now, but they still want to learn. They could take a course and learn how to do it themselves first. Or maybe they just want to buy the book or buy the workbook and be able to do it for themselves. So it could be an upsell or a downsell. And then when you plan out your products along with your services, it gives you the reputation that you're always over-delivering. You want to under-promise, over-deliver. So how else can you support your clients by helping them in different ways? Some ways to think about it. Now, if you think about all these possibilities, you can repurpose what you've created and reuse them in different ways. So let's say I write a book that can open the doors to a book series. If I create a report like a case study, then that's something I could reuse in my marketing, my social media. If I create one big course, I can possibly split it up into mini courses. If I have that book in a course, then I'll have worksheets and workbooks. I might even have an action plan instead of a workbook. I think that my definition of an action plan compared to a workbook is an action plan starts with a goal in mind and then walks them through step by step to achieve that goal. And lastly, templates. Anything that you've used in your business, you could create a template out of it and sell that. Something that I've been seeing in the online world are teachers who create lesson plans and then sell those lesson plans to other teachers. So you don't even have to be in business right now to find a way to create a product out of the knowledge that you have. And I think that's an important thing to start with. And now that I think about it, I think I'm going to revise or update this webinar to even just start out with the mindset of you don't even have to be, let me rephrase that. You have knowledge and expertise that no one else has. And I really would love for you to acknowledge that and to own that, because no one you're the only one who's had the experience that you have because of your own background, your own story, and how you've developed as a professional. You don't have to be a business owner, whatever you do in your profession. So how can we utilize that knowledge and expertise you have and leverage it into something that can help more people by creating a book, a course, a worksheet, and so on? Just something to consider there is that you are have a wealth of knowledge, and that can be shared in a way, and this could be the opportunity to do that now. So with these quick, low-cost, high-value products, it allows you to build up a solid following and one that can buy and buy from you again consistently from you by offering this variety here. And you can, here's another idea when it comes to automating recurring income generation, is you don't even have to just sell it on your own site. You could sell it on Amazon. There's sites like ClickBank, eJunkie, and so on. Shopify is another one. So that could be something that you can look at as you grow your businesses. Where else can you sell these products and services? And while you're doing that, you want to brand your product so there's a strong element of repetition. So your visual branding and identity is recognized and creates a positive, conditioned response whenever they see a new offering. Kind of like that, the Your Badass series. Whenever I see that, I know I'm going to like it because I read one book, loved the first book, I bought the second book, and so on. You always want to have that consistency in your products, even if you're not a great graphic designer. I mean, I made these slides very simple, but that's my purple. My logo was on the front page, and honestly, that's all I had the time because I wanted to make this really quickly and get this out there. And that's what I did. So if you look at my social media, it always has the same 3 colors that we always use, the same fonts that we always use, and so on. Okay, other ways to use low-cost products. And excuse the numbering there. That was an error in PowerPoint. But let's go to how you can do this. So you can blog about your new product, create different Facebook posts about that blog, and with a link back to your site. Then you could check your Facebook page's insights or analytics and see which posts are generating the most views and shares. When you know what's being shared or engaged with, that's a popular point. People are gravitating towards that. So create an ad to that popular social media post, which will link back to your blog, which promotes the product. So you're doing several things there. You're researching or testing what's popular with your audience. You're increasing your Facebook page engagement. You're increasing traffic back to your website. And of course, you're promoting the product. So you have 4 things there that's happening. So this is an example of a marketing strategy to get your product out into the world. Now, we want to consider your target customers and clients. The less social proof you have, which are like testimonials, TV appearances, best published, #1 author types of statements and such, the more you're going to need to let people get to know you. And this is where products are a great asset for you, because they can test out who you are, what you're about, your process, without making a huge investment. It's a low risk way for your prospect or your client, new client, to try out your services by purchasing a product first. There's a coach that I like working with, and I was on her mailing list for 5 years. And I started out with just buying a home study program. And then eventually I signed up for one coaching program, and then I signed up for another. But it was my way, again, to really get to know her. And now I love her work. And whenever it's the right time or the right offer, she has lots of credibility with me. So when people ask me for suggestions, I recommend her. Or if she has a new offer and it fits what I'm trying to do, what I want to learn, I'm going to sign up for that program, because she has that social proof with me. And it started out with just reading her email newsletters and purchasing the first home study course that she had. When you're also thinking about your ideal target market, you want to know, why will they want to buy this product? So you want it to solve that specific problem that they have right now. So as a business coach, a specific problem that my ideal clients have right now is just keeping their business going during this difficult time. Of course, there's other concerns, health and social concerns that we have, but this is my wheelhouse. Business is my wheelhouse, so I'm just going to focus on that. And this webinar is a way that I can give back to people, as well as hopefully solve a problem for them of how am I going to make money during this time. This is a test. This is an entrepreneurial test. It's going to test your resilience and your speed of implementation. That was a big mistake I made in the last recession when I had a wellness center, was I saw the changes coming and I did not act in time. But there's another reason why I know I didn't act in time, which I think is a topic for another webinar. But if you love your business, you want to keep it going, and you're thinking about how can I continue to make this work, then this is something to act on now. If this is something you've been thinking about, it's time to act on that. So if you'd like support on this, if you want to quickly and easily build your 6-figure product suite, this is something I can support you on. I have a new course. This is one of my new courses. And I made this really fast again because I want to help people in this challenging time. So I created 4 modules. The first one is the idea map. So you probably have a lot of ideas of what you'd like to do. So we're going to go step by step and assess what you already have, how to get out of idea mode and into actual product creation. So we're going to get into that speed of implementation. Where to find rich material to mine, meaning some places that you may not have thought of where you can find content already there, and you just have to put it together. Like I gave you a little hint of, look at the checklist that you already have when it comes to training your staff or onboarding a client. There may be some good stuff in there. How to tell if your product mix hits the mark for both you and your clients. Tools that will make this easier. And 5 questions to ask yourself to ensure you've got a winning product. Sorry, that got cut off right there. But 5 questions to ask yourself to ensure you've got a winning product. Now, the second module is to get a quality book out quickly and effectively. So creating a memorable, helpful book, choosing the right title, branding and pricing your ebook, planning your book cover for cover, launching your book, and then tying your book into the next level of your sales funnel. In the third module, we'll create your online course. So quickly creating a powerful online course to cement your branding and delight your clients. Using your online course to find your ideal client. We'll talk about that. Some quick ways to create a course. How to name it. Creating a product outline. And your list to just get things done and putting your course together. We'll talk about the tech stuff as well. And the last module is creating a group coaching program. So I talked briefly about having ways to have a recurring revenue. Group coaching program is a way that you can do that. Cory and I created Flight Plan last year. It's a 90-day program, but people can create monthly payments on it. So in that way, it creates monthly revenue for us, even when we're not in the middle of our program. So we'll go through that as well. So low cost, high returns by keeping it simple, breaking down your program to the perfect mix so that we're not overwhelming our clients, but giving them ways to solve the problem that you're helping them with. Ways around the tech stuff. If you need team members, where you can find them. Ideas for pricing and setup and putting it all together to create that perfect product mix. So you're going to learn an easy system for setting up any type of product, get past analysis paralysis and redefine your notion of perfect, learn shortcuts, tips, and secrets that will make content creation and setup easy, gain a reputation for quality while creating these low-end, they're not low-end products, they're low-cost products, and then attract the right audience, one that will faithfully come back for more. Now, I was able to create this webinar and the outline for the course in one day. You can do that as well, and I will support you in doing that. And it's only for a limited time, $37. What you'll do is you're going to sign up for Lyft at takewing.mn.com. MN stands for Mighty Networks. That's the platform where we have our community on Lyft as well as our online courses. And there's an app as well, both on iPhone and Android. And it's only $37. If you want to stay in Lyft, where we have a new course every month and group coaching every month, it's only $37 for limited time. It's actually going to be $97, but I cut the cost because I want it to be available for anyone to invest in. And here's a little secret, not so secret because I wrote it in there. The first 3 days are free. So honestly, if you wanted to log in, I hope you don't do this, but if you wanted to log in and binge watch what we have so far and take all the information in the first 3 days and then cancel, you totally could do that. However, creating your book and your online course, your group coaching program is probably not going to be feasible to complete in 3 days, because it's not just the information, it's the support and the coaching. So you're going to get the course, you're going to get the community, but you're also going to get live Q&A calls with myself and Cory, as well as a live group coaching webinar once a month. So do what you got to do. You want to log in, get what you need to do, get what you need to get in the first 3 days and cancel. Totally understand. You want to just stay for the 1 month and just do as much as you can for this course, you can. And if you want to continue with us on a monthly basis, I hope you do stay with us. I hope you see the value of what we're going to offer in Lyft. I'll just add to, we weren't planning to launch this until next weekend, but because with everything is going on, you guys get the first preview, sneak launch of this happening. Because again, I want to help everyone with this time right now. If you have any questions, please let me know. Comment below or message me. I hope this was valuable for you. If you just want the slides, you can also comment or email me as well. And thank you for joining me with this. We're going to get through this all together. Please stay safe, stay healthy, help your loved ones, help your community, and we will continue striving and thriving through this crazy time. And we'll get through this even stronger. Thanks for joining me. Take care.